Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. In a clip of an episode of Drink Champs that's getting ready to drop soon, Method Man aka Clifford Smith Jr. shocked the mess out of Nori when he disclosed that he used to buy angel dust from the rapper Big L. Check out what Method Man had to say.
Alright, Biggie or Big L?
Why y'all doing that?
Exactly.
Well, check this, right? Big L used to sell me my wet. You know what I mean?
Did you say Big L?
Yeah,
sell
Big
you
L.
wet?
Big L used to sell me dust, nigga. He used to sell us our
not ready.
18.
None of us
Get that shit from Big L uptown. With that being said, both.
Okay.
Drink, motherfucker.
We drinking.
Take a shot.
Salud.
Oh, Mama Juana's back.
By the way, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's the first time I've ever been shocked like that on Drink Champs.
First of all, we didn't understand at first. And the explanation.
I'm gonna be honest. This was like the first time.
I mean, is it really the first time, Nori? Well, anyways, after Method Man disclosed that he was dusting up back in the day, a whole bunch of people had something to say. For example, ID 1054 said water was popular in the 90s. Majority of street rappers from the era rapped about that ish. Wu rapped about lace and crack and weed. Now I see why Cam and Master P did Bow Bow Part 2. And then, the Real Boss Player said, it was an ill time, my guy. I was in the streets, and ninjas had to eat. A lot of NYC rappers was really about that life. I personally have brought weight from rappers I will not name. It was what it was. And then, after that, Dittoville came through and was like, meth, you should have kept that to yourself. And then, out of nowhere, Cameron jumps into the comment section, and Cameron's like, yo, add Method Man official. I served you a couple of times. Pause. I just wasn't famous yet. Listen to side 2. Now, after Cameron felt the need to jump on the internet to let everybody know that he used to be one of like Method Man's dust dealers, a whole bunch of people had something to say about that too. And one person said, I'm sorry y'all, this ish corny, ain't nothing solid about it. Okay in a song with room to speculate, but I swear, attention is the new drug, and even hustlers want to be customers. And then somebody else came through and said, Ninja just wanted to say, I sold drugs too. So bad, corny. And then after that, somebody else was like, why Cam just rat on himself? We in the Rico era. Listen, if I was Method Man, I wouldn't be sitting up on TV talking about how I used to smoke PCP. And as far as like Cameron is concerned, it is quite corny to jump up in the comment section talking about, I used to sell that PCP to you, but that was before I was famous and you ain't know me. I mean, how pressed for street cred can you be? I swear, I'm really starting to think that when these dudes wake up in the morning, they walk into the bathroom and look in the mirror, and they're like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the dumbest of them all? And like that mirror is like, you are my ninja. But while we're on the subject of dumb dudes and drugs, let me tell you this next story. Rapper GunPlay's wife, Von'Shay Taylor Morales, is now claiming that his drug abuse caused their baby's heart defect. The other day, she jumped on Instagram and wrote, quote, the reason why my daughter had a heart defect is because of his drug abuse history. Like he was the cause of her defect. Y'all can Google this. Anybody who abuses cocaine, ketamine, which he did too. I mean, he actually OD'd on ketamine twice. Cocaine, ketamine, all those types of things, it causes cognitive disorders. End quote. Now, in response to her post, one of GunPlay's fans said, quote, all of this stuff was public knowledge, sis. You still chose to marry and procreate with an abusive addict. At some point, you need to take accountability too. Just post what you need to post for the show. End quote. After that, GunPlay's wife jumped back on Instagram to defend herself, and she also shared a few articles to support her claims. She also said, quote, this is the problem with our community. Instead of educating ourselves, we choose to be ignorant. I was not aware that he was using around the time that I got pregnant. He claimed to be sober. We were told by her cardiologist and 2 other cardiologists just to confirm the information. After it was brought to our attention, that's when the truth came out. Hence, me saying I'm out if you don't stop. These are the facts from actual rehabilitation facilities for these substances, actual experiments, actual doctors. Things like this needs to be talked about more often. Look at the amount of people, including myself, not realizing or knowing that this was even a thing. As black people, we need to start considering and researching more about everything we consume and do. End quote. I appreciate the fact that GunPlay's wife is trying to put everybody on to a little information, but why is this chick acting like this is new proprietary information that nobody has access to except for like the Illuminati? I mean, you learn that drugs, whether it be done by the father or mother, can cause birth defects in children when you're taking like a health class in like the 5th, 6th grade. I mean, her acting like this information is brand new would be like me coming to you and being like, yo, did you know that if you jump off the top of the Empire State Building, you could die? Yo, this is crazy. We gotta start like researching and sharing this information. Or me being like, yo, did you know that if you jump into the ocean, you could get wet? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. We gotta start sharing this information, because as black people, a lot of people don't know this. I mean, come on, people. Yo, there's some things that by now you should just know. Don't sleep with a crackhead and expect to have a very sober baby. Listen, let me know what you think about GunPlay's wife saying that his drug use caused their baby's heart defect. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. But while we're talking about health, we gotta discuss Drake, because recently Drake said that he's getting ready to take a hiatus from music to focus on his health. So this is what happened. The other day, Drake released his new album For All the Dogs, and a few hours after the album dropped, he did an interview to promote the album, and during that interview, he said that he's putting music on hold for like a year or so to take care of some health issues. Drake said, quote, I probably won't make music for a little bit. I need to focus on my health first and foremost. I've been having the craziest problems for years with my stomach. I need to get right. I have a lot of other things I like to focus on, so I'm gonna lock the door to the studio for a little bit. I don't even know what a little bit is. Maybe a year or something, maybe a little longer. End quote. Oh my goodness, what are we supposed to do without Drake for a whole year? You know what this is gonna be like? This is gonna be like when Trump left office and the news cycle just got really, really boring. That's what this is getting ready to be like. Listen, Drake has dropped like 10 albums in 10 years, in addition to doing collabs with every other artist in the business. I mean, this man has been going non-stop. And what it sounds like to me is that he done got some stool samples, some blood work, and some scans back, and his doctor was like, Drake, you gonna have to shut it down for a minute. I mean, honestly, I think it's a very good idea for Drake to make the quick pit stop to get his health right. Because I mean, stomach issues are nothing to play around with. Did you know that doctors refer to the gut as the little brain, and recent studies suggest that the bacteria living in your gut can influence your cognitive abilities, your emotions, and some neurological diseases like Parkinson's? I mean, when your stomach is not balanced, you are not balanced. That's why you gotta take care of your gut, because if you don't, you could end up really, really jacked up. Listen, let me know what you think about Drake taking a brief hiatus that might be like a year or more from music. Do you think that we're gonna be able to survive without the creamy, creamy crack music that Drake provides? Now, you know who I wish would actually follow Drake's lead and take a brief hiatus? Kim Kardashian, because I swear, Kim Kardashian hasn't given us a darn break from the shenanigans since like 1998 when she was running around carrying Paris Hilton's pocketbook. So check this out. The other day, Kim Kardashian said that one night she went to Beyonce's house for a party and she got so turned up and lit that she blacked out. Kim said, quote, I'm definitely still a lightweight. I'll have 2 shots and I'll be wasted. It's so much fun. I'll be dancing on the dance floor. End quote. Kim continued on to say, quote, I know you guys don't believe me. Ask Beyonce. I danced all night long at her party. I think I blacked out. End quote. You know something? I can almost guarantee you that the day after that party, Beyonce called Kanye and was like, yay, don't you never bring that drunk biatch back here. See, Kim thinks it's all good, But what Kim doesn't realize is that nobody enjoys a blackout drunk. I mean, if you know that your limit is like 2 shots, then what are you over there drinking like 4, 5, 6 shots for? I mean, the problem with the blackout drunk is that because you can't hold your liquor, now everybody around you can't even get their swerve on because they gotta keep an eye out for your dumb behind to make sure that you're safe. Listen, let me know what you think about Kim K saying that she went to a party at Beyonce's house and she got so drunk that she blacked out. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Okay, so by now you've all seen the footage of Keefe D, Tupac's alleged murderer, getting arrested. But did you guys peep Keefe D's conversation when he was in the back of the cop car? Check this out.
Hey Keith, Metro Police, come over here. Hey Metro Police, come over here, alright? Thanks buddy. Come on over here. Appreciate your cooperation, okay? I'm gonna stand right here in front of the car. Yep, we're going to put it down. I know. Put that down for a second, alright? You got nothing on you, right? Hooks.
Do you have anything on you, sir?
No. All I had was a phone and water.
Phone and water? Perfect. We're gonna put you in the car.
I need to drink some water, man. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, we'll let you get a drink, my man. You just going for a walk or what?
Yeah.
Okay. You do like a morning walk every day, or?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get you some water, my man.
We gotta get it now.
Yeah. As soon as we get you in the car, we'll get you
you in the car. All right. I appreciate it, sir.
Really?
Just walk over here, sir. Okay. Don't worry, your water's gonna come.
Were you all following me last night?
Nope.
So why y'all didn't bring the media?
Why would we bring the media?
That's what y'all do.
So what they got you for, man?
Biggest case in Las Vegas history.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Like recent?
September the 7th, 1996.
Oh no. Wow.
My man said, why didn't y'all bring the cameras? I mean, that right there just says it all. Now, check this out. During a recent interview with Kiss Fresh, Burna Boy explained why in the intro to his song City Boys, he used a sample that says, quote, "Hey yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I used to call myself Ugly Ute, but I'm not even Ugly Ute. I'm Sexy Ute. You understand? Gal all over the globe wanna cuff me. You understand?" End quote. Burna Boy said that he used a sample because African boys like him were once viewed as ugly and they weren't popping in society. You know what? Let me let Burna Boy explain it to you himself.
The intro to City Boys is the audio from J Huss's Instagram stories.
I'm not even an ugly you. I'm a sexy you, you understand?
What made you go with this as the intro?
Because I feel like he was speaking for all of us black African boys. There was a time in life when we weren't popping. You had to be a light-skinned boy. Did you not have Chris Brown on your list?
I used to love that, man.
Let's be real. We weren't popping.
Yeah.
We were getting called all types of names. It is what it is, you know, because now...
Gal all over the globe.
J Hus called himself Mr. Ugly.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
But there was ugly. A reason for that.
Right.
That was the view of that society had of us. Mm-hmm. The whole narrative is changed.
Of course.
And it's like we're not looking in the mirror like,
Actually...
So the whole time, they were trying to finesse us. We've always known our worth. It's everyone else that didn't. And then someone keeps telling you something, even if you know it's not true.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that they keep telling you it's in your head. Whether you accept it or not, it's like it's still in your head. Now it's about you accepting it or not.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to be strong like that.
I hear it. You know something? It always pains me to hear when darker skinned people say that they don't feel valued by society and that they always were treated like they were lesser than or ugly. Let me tell you something. Black is beautiful. And when I say black is beautiful, I mean all hues of black. I don't care whether you're light as a snowflake or as dark as coal. You're beautiful. And a lot of this colorism that we still see in the black community today is leftover residue from slavery, because a lot of the slave masters used to use color to divide and conquer us. I mean, light-skinned slaves in a big house, dark-skinned slaves in a field. But we gotta understand, we can't allow ourselves to allow that tradition to continue to condition our thinking. I mean, I can't stand it when I hear like women who are like, I only date like light-skinned dudes with green eyes. Or I hear dudes that are like, I only date like light-skinned girls with long curly hair. What the f*** are you talking about? I mean, there's nothing wrong with having preferences, but if you can't see that some of these dark chocolatey Idris Elba and Morris Chestnut looking dudes are just as attractive as the Elder Barges, or you can't see that the Hershey's dark chocolate honeys like Tika Sumpter and Lupita Nyong'o are just as attractive as the Ice Spices and Beyoncé's, then you might need to like set up an appointment with lens crafters and go get yourself a pair of glasses. Listen, we gotta make sure as a society and as a black community that this is the last generation that we allow that colorism to exist. And we gotta make sure that no other young dark-skinned boys and girls grow up believing that they are less than or they're less attractive than their light-skinned counterparts. I mean, that's on us. And we gotta do a much better job at negating that light-skin versus dark-skin narrative in our communities. Listen, let me know what you think about Burna Boy saying that traditionally dark-skinned African boys have been viewed as ugly or not popping in society. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. And hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.